All right, we're back getting ready for the second half of Cohen against Brian Fox here. Cohen romped in the first half. They've taken, other way around. Brian Fox romped in the first half of the match. They've gotten out to a 35-1 advantage. And we'll see if Cohen comes out swinging in the second half, hoping to maybe create an early swing and get back into this match. And basically that's kind of the right attitude in my mind. You don't have to do anything crazy, but if you get like 3 or 4 boards in and nothing started to go your way, it's you know, time's running out on you. It's time to start chucking the ball downfield. So I think I've invited people. Does it really take that away? Bill Rose, Butte.
Okay, ask them, did they receive an invitation?
I'm not going to do it. Just quicker to do this.
Okay.
And if it pops, it pops.
All right.
One thing I've learned in my life is don't involve other people. You can only slow things down. What's the other one I want? Slow. Nope. No kill.
No
Private
kill.
and slow. Slow kill. That's what I go through every day. Ones that how many imps they have. 35 because that's how many imps they have. And we're gonna go to 12 boards. Use random deals. Don't allow people to chat. Don't barometer score. Reserve seats, and they've decided to switch table mates here. And over here, it's going to be in the first half. The first half, Fox and Teeter played against. They should play against the Cohens. JT.
This is a good demo again of how to do this. We've learned through kind of having a little bit of pain that you really have to do everything in this dialogue. The software is not smart enough to only do some of it first and then like edit the properties of your match later. You have to enter everything here if you want it to go correctly.
All right, invitation issued. That partnership's in. That partnership's in. Still need Jason Teeter and the Cohens. Where's JT? Come on, JT93. There we go. And let's go to the action. I'm feeling the second episode of that HBO crime documentary coming on after our coverage here.
Yeah, I think that would be a good way to finish up a Monday evening.
Is it Monday?
It is Monday.
All right, zoomed away to the action here. To recap, Fox is up by 34 at the half. 12 boards remain. Cohen needs some stuff to start going right for him here. Why is that thing at the top of my screen like that? That's annoying. Okay, that's much better. All right, these are the two captains pairings facing off against each other here.
Cohen and Fox here.
So I would just be bidding a game here with the south hand. For example, I'll just jam this into 4 spades and see what happened.
Simply because you're behind.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
I mean, not, yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm not going to get cute. I'm just going to start bidding games.
Okay. It makes sense. And it's
3 spades is probably the textbook bid.
It's a pretty, yeah, I agree. 3 spades is the textbook bid.
All right, there's the man bid of 4 spades.
Yep, and that's the right attitude.
And this is going to make.
It's only 11 points, but it's 6-4 and you're behind. So go ahead and bid the game.
The only unfortunate thing is that it's not vulnerable. It looks like Cohen could be well on their way to winning 6 or 7 imps here on board 1.
We'll see.
Is this going to solicit a 3-spade raise?
South invites. I don't actually like the 2 diamond rebid by South here. I would prefer to probably raise to 3 clubs.
It's either a 3 club or a 2-spade bid.
Yeah. So,
all right. So Cohen's gotten to a game that Fox missed here.
He's already on the right track.
Good start.
It's white, not vulnerable. So it's only going to be 6 imps. But hey, that's what 6 of 35 is.
It's 1/6 of what you need.
Pretty good chunk.
All right, so I'd expect him to taxi out to the ace of clubs here and then hook a spade, which will lose, and he should taxi out to the other big club and hook a spade again. And that'll land him 10 tricks when the diamond hook loses.
He doesn't even have to do the second taxi, as it turns
out.
As
it turns out.
I like that phrasing, though, of taxiing out to things.
I like ice cream.
You don't hear that much. Oh, tell us about your ice cream.
I have like some sort of ice cream in a coconut shell.
Yeah.
There's a certain member of our household who's been buying somewhat frequently from Costco lately.
Yeah.
So you get a little fruit shell, and then like you might have an orange shell with some, what do they call that? Sherbet in the middle, or at least something fruity tasting.
Yep. They're pretty good. And it's better than going, like calorie wise, it's better than going to Good Berries.
And it's healthy. And in fact, these are calorie free.
Not calorie free, but the Good Berries milkshake that I get is probably, I don't know, 2,000 calories, 1,000 calories. So I think these are actually, they're like sherbet. They're not super high dense. Not that they're great, but they're better than Good Berries.
Better than Good Berries.
And there's an assortment better than Good Berries for calories, not better than Good Berries for like if you really want some ice cream.
This telecast sponsored by ice cream in a little fruit shell.
Yep.
Both tables finishing up board 1 at about the same time, and we're going to see, I think, a 6-0 advantage for Cohen here in the second half. That'll close the gap to 28. So you need a handful more of those, and certainly within the range here that, you know, they don't have to go crazy. They can just play a good solid bridge and, you know, just chip away at this. So what are we predicting here?
Oh, looks like
4 spades by east, west, off.
We might get a dueling 4 hearts, 4 spades, potentially. So we did a hefty 2 diamond preempt there.
You're red on white in the second chair. That if you're going to be hefty, that's the time for it.
2 spades is a light overcall.
Does have a 6 spade.
But you have to do it. You have to do it with 6 spades. So that'll make East be excited. North is wanting to get his suits in here. So, yep, he's going to. Who are these Cohens? Is JD? I don't know their names.
JD is Gene and ML is Mitch.
Mitch and Gene. Okay, so Mitch.
They leave this short of game.
So Mitch gets the hearts in, and then Jason only raised to 3 spades.
You're going to be glad he did.
He is going to be glad he did. Because they're going to lose a heart, a club, and 2 diamonds.
Better be careful not to set up the king of diamonds, though, before that heart trick is set up.
Wow. Yep.
The tricky thing here for Brian to have done on 6 of diamonds, too, is play the 9.
Well, there's also a
oh, that'll work, I guess.
Coming. Oh, wow.
That'll work.
So the way the spots were there, South knew that that diamond lead was a singleton. Because if partner had had the 9X, they would have led the 9. So,
however, Brian could have hidden this from them by playing the 9 at trick 1
right.
to preserve the option that the 6 was from 6-5.
Correct.
Oh, he laid down the ace of spades. This is now going down.
Oh.
All right, Cohen's got another plus score here for plus 50.
Well, let's see what happens. It seemed to have gone a little crazy.
The bidding's gone off the rails. If they would just double this, Cohen's going to have like half the margin back here on the first 2 boards. And East had to double that 5 club bid. Somebody from East West needs to double and stop this madness. Oh my, they've let him off the hook here. So this is going to lose a heart and a spade. And I guess maybe just 1 club. They have time to, I guess probably 2 clubs because they're going to have time to play ace and a heart. But that'll still leave them a rough to set up the suit. Okay, so club, spade, heart is going to be off 1 here.
Well, that will still be a small swing.
So going to be a 4-imp swing, I think, for 150, 4, 3. I think 150 is either 4 or 5, actually. So Cohen off to a hot start here. They're going to pick up 10 of the necessary 34 imps on the first 2 boards. There's no way for this to make, right? Right. I feel confident of that.
Yeah. All right. So now we've got another interesting result here. We've got a big hand with South. 18.
Would you have ever called 1 spade with the West hand here? I would have.
I would. I'm red and I have a ratty suit, but it's spades and I have enough to justify.
King 10, 9, 8, ratty?
I mean, it could be better. It's not great.
There's nothing between ratty and world class.
I'm not embarrassed if partner leads this suit, but I'm not like promising it's not going to blow a trick if they lead this suit. But I would always overcall a spade with this. So then North has a 3 count. North also has 5 clubs. I would be very tempted, especially white on red, to raise to 3 clubs weak if that's in your arsenal, to kind of keep them from
doing what they're doing
right now. And then it went club pass a diamond was normal, pass a spade is normal, and now North came in with the delayed raise to 2 clubs only, allowing them to play 2 diamonds. So this is going to be a good place for Brian and Jason to be playing. They're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lose 5 tricks here and make their 2 diamonds.
And North-South could have lost a spade, a diamond. North-South can actually make 5 clubs here because the club hook's on.
Yeah, that's
not good for Cohen here.
Not good for Cohen.
Okay, let's see what the other table's doing.
And there was 5 hearts that on board 2 actually went down 2, so there was another 6 imp swing.
Oh.
Not sure how it went down 2, but.
Well, let's walk through it. Led spade, a spade. Pulled around a trump, and they let a club. We won that. Played another club. We look fine so far. Diamond's fine. Diamond's fine. And we roughed the clubs good. And now played another diamond, and we're still fine.
Oh.
Don't know what that stroke is. But whatever, it's another 2 imps to Cohen.
right, so here we are, and we're looking at board 3. This is they got to 1 no trump instead of diamonds at this table. While we were talking about board 2, and the auction just went south, opened 1 no trump. It was a heavy 1 no trump. That she has 18 points. They might be playing. I doubt it. I don't think I've seen 16 to 18 played.
They might have a convention card listed.
Okay, let's check if they have a convention card. And the convention card says 15 to 17. So she might have just miscounted it or something, but that was a fine place to play as it turned out. Since they made it. So now let's go to the other table. How do we get to the other table? Oh, here. Other table. All right, we're on board 4 here. And pass, pass, pass. And South's going to do something. Probably open 1 diamond. Oh, 3 diamonds. And this is an interesting, this is a great bid actually, because 4th chair, 3 diamonds is this kind of hand where you have intermediate values. You want to talk about this, Lance?
Yeah, I mean, you could always just pass and collect a raw score of 0, right? So any action you take should logically say you think you're going plus on the board, therefore 3 diamonds doesn't need to be strictly preemptive. It can be a hand like this. And there's some assurance that you're buying a fair amount of high cards in the dummy because no one could open the bidding and you only have 12 points. So there's 28 points that rate to be pretty evenly spread around the table. All right, so Brian Fox wins a part score battle on board 3 and gets half this deficit back. Running total right now is Fox by 28 with 9 hands left. And what is Cohen headed for here? And 1 in the bag, 6 diamonds is 7. The king of spades is 8 and the ace of clubs is 9. Cohen looking like plus 110 at this table.
I like the 1 spade 3rd seat opening there.
Yeah.
It's not made at the other table, but I do
agreed.
Like that.
And now we might see 3 diamonds in this situation as well. Just stick with 2 diamonds.
This is a great time to show your heart suit, potentially, or it's an interesting choice. Do you show the hearts or do you bid spades? I think I would want to show the hearts.
Hearts almost implies that you have spades.
A little bit.
Because you didn't open a weak 2 in hearts.
I've got tolerance for it. I have a maximum passed hand, and I'm going to be willing to show my spade support and compete to 3 spades later if they bid 3 diamonds like this. So
I suppose Wes could bid 3 hearts at this point.
Potentially, yes.
Also, the hand's a little heavy for 2 spades, isn't it?
Yes.
Like I would prefer bidding 3 diamonds to bidding
point.
2 spades.
Great point. Yeah.
And they are off a club, a diamond, and a spade. They can make 4 spades here. And this is, potentially a missed opportunity for the Cohen team here. Not bidding a vulnerable game on board 4. South continues to bid.
You have to be afraid of pushing them into that vulnerable game. It didn't happen this time. That's a risk of bidding 4 diamonds, though. You might really want to bid with that kind of hand, but the downside is, can you beat 4 spades?
And then the answer was no, but luckily for South here, the answer to will they bid it was no.
Yeah, sometimes in that situation, I might try a 4-diamond bid, but I already know, like I have my plan for what to do if they bid 4 spades. Maybe I'll buy it for 4 diamonds, but
another, sorry to interrupt you, but another downside of West not bidding 2 hearts or using the limit raise here was they don't involve partner in the decision to potentially double for penalties later on. Like here, 4 diamonds is going down, right? But East has no idea that West has any values.
Yeah. And with something like Queen X of Hearts, potentially that would have been a strong evaluator for bidding that 4 spade game when you come out of the woods later with that spade support. There's lots of reasons to interesting hand evaluation stuff going on in this hand.
I think when the smoke clears, Cohen's going to get another 5 imps out of board 4, since they made 3 at one table and Fox got pushed to 4 at the other table. So even though East-West missed an opportunity of bidding game here, Cohen is going to pick up, I believe 210 is 5 imps to make it an 11 margin here in the second half and cutting the deficit to 23 imps for the Fox squad with 8 boards left. So they've done a nice job melding away a third of the lead here in the first 3 boards. And they're now well within 2 swing boards of overcoming the deficit. So it looks like we're playing a little calm 1 no trump. Fox squad here.
Any comments on the bidding on this one?
Let's see. When a club, a spade, pass a no trump.
Yep.
That looks pretty normal.
Yeah. And the ace of diamonds against a no trump, not like that lead.
Yeah.
Particularly.
It'd be more of a lead for a suit contract. So West does only have the 1 entry to hand, so he can't set up extra heart trick. He can't set up extra heart tricks anyway, since the 10-3 is out against him. So he's got 2 in the bag. The king, queen of diamonds is 4, and the ace of spades is 5. Those are the only obvious tricks here. Look like Cohen should emerge from this with a plus score. Just don't lead a diamond back.
Well, in a heart, you don't want to lead that either.
Yeah, he doesn't have an entry to his jack of hearts at this point. It is only 1 extra trick. Right, and eventually maybe they are going to have to, okay, so he played the 8.
Oh, okay. So now if North continues a heart, well, he's not, he's going to cash his clubs.
And then hopefully we'll get out with the king of spades. West has no way to his paw at this point.
Yeah, so we're going to see the dummy come under some pressure here, is going to have to pitch and will help North with what he can lead. I think that people are afraid to lead spades in that situation. The thing is, declare never attacked that suit, so your partner's got missing honors in that suit.
And now the only thing that makes sense is to exit a spade and let partner take the last trick with the jack of diamonds for down 2.
Yep.
Oh my.
No.
Okay, so now they are only down 1. So 50 to Cohen. Go to the other table, where Cohen is playing 2 diamonds from the east side.
All right, 2 diamonds is not a great place to be. I'll just say that. See, we're going to go ahead and get our club rough right away.
Club rough is with a natural trump trick, right?
It is, but that's the defense you have set up when you lead your doubleton. And it's hard for partner to know not to do that. I would contend.
So east, west from here is going to lose a spade and a couple of more diamonds. So looking like plus 50. But looks like both east-west pairs are going to go down one. And board 5 will be a push.
Does look that
there is
way.
no way in the world for this to make, so we're going to, he said. So we're going to switch to the other table. All right, a spade and natural 2 diamonds here. West jumps to 4 spades.
I think it might have been a jury bid, although.
Does only have 3 spades, and he does have 5 diamonds to the king, queen, and a 9 count. 4 spades, it looks hungry to me. So this is off the ace of diamonds and a diamond rough at trick 2. And then they can cash the ace king of clubs. And then the hearts go away on the long diamonds.
And
actually, we can play another diamond rough. And South has perhaps intentionally returned the 5 of diamonds here as a suit preference for the ace of clubs.
I think so.
The theory being that the 9, 6, and 5 are all equally not participating in the trick-taking process. So the lowest one says, partner, you can return the lowest side suit. The highest one says, partner, you can return the highest side suit. And she really has both. Like, she has the highest heart that she could have and the highest club that she could have.
Right, but I would signal for the ace in this sequence.
Sure. The 5 of diamonds ought to confirm the ace of clubs. And now, like, we could return the 9 of diamonds to say we don't have the queen of clubs. Partner already knows we don't have the king. I mean, of course, because partner's looking at it, but also we would have won the king from ace king the first time around.
All right, so.
And now there's going to be an entry to the dummy to dump the 2 hearts on the king, queen of diamonds. So off 2, Cohen's going to score 200.
If you don't get lazy and remember that your 9 of spades is high.
So more imps could be picked up here by Cohen on board 6 as Fox and Teeter get overboard.
Now, 8 to the 9 would be, if you were counting. Sometimes I admit that I'll lose count when
he's going to lose 2 more.
When
tricks.
They've done some roughing, like I'll lose count of how many are out. Sometimes.
We are going down.
Now we're going down a couple more.
4.
Which is not going to be a great score for the Fox team. Good news for the Cohen team, who's trying to get back into this. What happened at the other table?
So 400 the Cohen team there. And honestly, that was a very avoidable mistake. It's a lack of concentration there. So spade here, East has treated the hand as a single raise, which is going to work well for East-West. And we are going to be adding 400 to probably 110 here for another 12 imps. Looking like the score will be 24 to 9, and that margin is going to be down under 20.
Well, we'll have a similar situation if the defense goes similarly, where we'll need to keep an eye on those trumps and keep that 9 of spades as an entry to the diamonds. Oh, but we're deviating already.
Oh, we're killing our entry here. And the 9? Are they playing upside down? He should discourage the club because he wants a diamond rough.
That's a good point on defense.
Now they're playing standard.
So that's a good point on defense. When you're trying to get that rough, if partner does that, you know, discourage even if you have the king, because that's not what you want the defense to do. You're not
looking the position of high cards, you're directing the defense.
Right.
So you're not woodenly saying, "Durr, I have the king of clubs." You're saying, "Stop that. Give me a ruff. Then I can cash the king of clubs. I don't need you to lead to the king of clubs."
I think that's an interesting thing about defense.
East-West is going to take the rest of the tricks here for 170. And 570 is going to produce either 12 or 13 imps for Cohen. What do you think, which is the important thing about defense or interesting thing?
Just that, we get, you can't just have your big discards mean I have a big card here. I mean, sometimes that's what it means, but it means that in the sense that I'm saying I have this card because it would be helpful to the defense. If the ace, queen, jack is on the left of me and I have the king of that suit, I'm not going to show that I have that king. I'm going to do something because I'm not saying I have the card. I'm saying I want you to lead this suit.
Right. It's not 3 more tricks. It's 4 more tricks. Oh, I guess he claimed it afterwards. Okay, contract making 2. It's going to be 13 imps to Cohen for a 25-9 second half score. And they have claim rejected. This is an absolute pet peeve of mine. It's rejecting claims when declared has the rest of the tricks and it's clear. We're going to flip back to the other table here as soon as the score gets updated. Fox was up by 34 at the half. They're now trailing in the second half by 16? 14. Okay, so 14 of the 34 margin has been erased, and Fox still holds a 20 imp lead with 6 boards to go. Meanwhile, back here, Cohen has bid 3 no trump with the north-south cards. They've taken 2 tricks. They have 4 more diamonds for 6. The ace of spades is 7. And it looks like they're going to run out of steam after the ace of clubs for 8, does it not? Let's see if there's a possible make here.
Kind of lost.
Oh, it thinks we can lead a club at this point to the 10. Well, we've still got the ace of spades and an entry to the dummy to take the next club hook. So we got to come off the dummy with a club here. Why can we still make it if we lead the queen of diamonds? Doesn't that kill our... Maybe something fancy happens. The most obvious thing to do at this point is to lead a club. Yep, she's going to do that. That's great. Nicely done. I imagine he'll knock out the spade.
Well, he didn't win.
Oh, he didn't win the king of clubs.
King of clubs.
And that is 9 tricks at this point.
So
you go ahead and cash the diamonds out and take a hook
5,
to the queen.
6, 7, 8. Yeah, so you would go ahead and take the club hook because you think it might be winning, but you got to cash your diamonds first. Doesn't hurt anything.
These diamonds first, and she can go ahead and throw 2 hearts on that. That can't hurt.
It's Mitch too. He.
It is?
Oh no, you're right. Just Jean's playing it. Never mind. Sorry.
All right, so Cohen headed for 630 on this board, which could be another pickup. Let's see what the other table does. The table's picked up some speed, it looks like. All right, so she's in her hand. The club suit is producing 2 tricks at this point. The diamond suit is producing 4. That's going to be enough for the contract. Okay, so I think it's going to be a 1 imp pickup to Cohen here on board 7. Has this one in the bag, right? The only thing she can do is hit the 10 of clubs. But we'll stay here for a second because if somehow she doesn't make that play, it's going to be a huge swing to Cohen.
You might...
And now he's actually pitched his club guard, so she's going to be able to make an over trick to push the board. Yeah, West, unfortunately, here pitching his club stopper. And notice again, like he can't literally see the south hand, but it's violating the principle of keeping parity with the dummy that has cost him here, or keeping parity with a hand. All right, so she's going to end up with 10 tricks for a pushed board.
Well done.
5 boards left. Fox up by 20, trying to go undefeated in this inaugural Intercontinental RBC 0 to 500 Undisputed Championship. We've been having a lot of fun with this, and if we get it done here on this Monday before Thanksgiving, I think we're going to have completed the entire bracket in about a month, which is not bad for 9 teams and 16 matches, assuming that this is over here. And it's not, again, it's not insurmountable for Cohen, but they're down to 5 boards and they need 20 imps. But this has been an exciting match, and certainly fireworks could still fly on the last 5 boards.
So we've got a normal no trump opener and a normal transfer. I would always transfer with this crappy hand.
Oh, do you not need points to transfer?
No. In fact, this is one of the reasons we invented transfers, so that partner could declare these hands where the dummy has nothing and all the points can be hidden in the big hand. This hand is only worth, is only going to be able to take tricks if the long cards and hearts can be winners. And if we had a lot of points in our hand, the long cards and hearts would be able to be set up, and we could get to them to cash them. But in a no trump contract, we'd never be able to do that here, unless partner had specifically ace, king, queen, small, or something like that.
But here, like, imagine North-South playing a no trump contract. West would just win the 3rd round of hearts with the king, and the dummy would be killed.
Right.
And you'd end up with only 1 heart trick instead of the long 6 and deuce. So hearts is actually going to play 2 tricks better than no trump would here, which is one reason why you don't mind upping the level of the contract to 2 rather than playing 1 no trump.
And it's even fine, like, you have at least a 7 card fit.
Right, that too. Yep, that's one of the reasons why we have a balanced hand when we open a no trump.
So you would, like you said, 2 tricks additional than what no trump would make. I'm trying to figure out why that's necessarily the case, but it's basically because those 2 extra long heart tricks are pulling
dead on
away.
the vine and no trump, and they would be there in a trump suit contract.
So is this going to make?
No. They have 1 in the bag. They have 3 hearts for 4. They have the ace of diamonds and the king of clubs for 6. I'm not seeing this making. Of course, they've just compromised one of the trump tricks by leading the 10 of hearts. South could have accomplished the same thing, I guess, by leading the jack to pin the 10. But now we're up to 7 tricks.
So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Barring a mistake, that's all they're going to come to is 7 tricks. Let's check out the action at the other table. Also playing 2 hearts.
Oh, here the north hand's going to get to rough. Did we see that happening at the other table?
We didn't. Also, we have the problem of only 7 tricks here, I think.
It looks like somebody got a rough already with the east-west as well.
You should play a fancy jack of hearts here. And the spade hook's going to lose for down 1. So 2 pushes, that works in Fox's favor. Anything that they can push in baseball, you would say we will trade runs for outs. On to 9. 4 tables left and a 20 imp deficit for Cohen. Fox in command of this match, up 20 with 4 boards left. And they're playing the last few tricks rather slowly, so we'll move back to the other table. Oh, a 5-5 hand. North will open a diamond, and East should. Well, would you use Michael's here, red on white, with this hand?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think when it's the majors, I'm gonna do it because we can get out at the 2 level most of the time.
Yeah, so you're giving your partner 2 soft places to land at the 2 level.
Right. If it was a different,
like say they have a spade and you had hearts and a minor.
Yeah, now I'd have to push the minor to the 3 level. So I don't think I would like that as much, but I'd do it.
Did the 2 hearts make it the other table? 2 hearts ended up making it the other. What happened?
Oh boy, we might have to go back.
So Cohen has picked up 5 imps from nowhere here.
Maybe she got to rough something with her 8 of hearts after. Nope.
We pulled the trump, and at that point, should have just been down to the ace of diamonds, king of clubs, and the 2 hearts. I wonder if East pitched a club. No. He can play a diamond. Oh, he cashed the ace of spades.
Okay. There it is.
And now she actually got to set up the spades for an extra trick too. Oh, wow. Okay. 5 more imps to the Cohen team. They have soaked up 19 of the 34 advantage here. The Fox lead is down to 15 with 4 boards left.
Okay, so what happened on this auction?
Let's see. A diamond and no trump, 2 clubs, and then a general raise to 3 clubs. And what is this headed for? This is headed for another club loser, another spade loser, and a diamond loser. Except that West has returned the jack of diamonds to compress the diamond trick. Oh, but he gets a rough. So it's not nip and tuck, tit for tat.
But then he, whoops, played the ace.
But it doesn't matter, he's right.
I'm lost.
Okay, you can throw the jack of spades on that, and we're just going to lose a trump trick. And if he plays his cards right, he's got a beer here.
Oh, well, that's important.
All right, so North is going to come to 130 here. 130 for the Fox squad, north-south on board 9. At the other table, they're declaring 3 diamonds, which is going to lose a diamond and a spade and a couple of clubs for 110. So it looks like Fox maybe picks up 1 imp here to send the margin to 16 with 3 boards left.
Not insurmountable by any means.
Again, one swing and a part score battle win, and that would be enough to send us to a 17th and deciding match in this competition. And we can calculate 17 by there were 9 teams in the bracket. And if we were to play one more match, that would mean 8 of them lost twice and 1 of them lost once, ergo 17.
What's the other table doing on this one?
The other table was already in 3 clubs, making an over trick. So this is going to be 1 imp to Fox.
Okay.
So 16 imps with 3 boards to go. Nothing interesting left on this one. East declares 1 no trump on the auction, 1 no trump float. That is not the board that Cohen wants at this point, unless there's something to the play where, maybe one table could make the contract while the other table goes down. That would create a 5 imp swing.
But here it looks like we've got 5 diamonds, 2 clubs for
She's up to 7 tricks.
7 tricks. We already got a heart, so that's 8.
So East-West headed for a plus score of what? 3, 6, 7, 8, probably 120 here, but certainly at least 90. And I kind of can't imagine that this table is going to have a different auction.
The hands didn't.
Yeah, it just looked like one no trump pass, pass, pass all day long. Cohen with a valiant comeback here. A little bit running short on time, so perhaps they fall short, but certainly have played well here in the second half and
yes,
have made a match of it for sure. There's just nothing to be done to hold this to fewer than 7 tricks. So here's kind of something interesting to talk about, I guess. Look at the East-West major suit holdings. In each holding, it's Jack third facing Queen third. This is an important suit combination from the standpoint that if your opponents attack this, it's always 1 trick. And if you attack it, it is very likely to be any tricks. The only way that you can forget the 9 in the East hand for a second, but pretend it's just Jack third opposite Queen third. The only way that you can legitimately turn that into a trick if you attack it first is if you catch one of your opponents on specifically Ace King in that suit, which is only a 25% chance. So Queen third opposite Jack third, that's a suit you want them leading, not a suit that you want to lead if you have any other reasonable alternatives. And there's just, assuming North passes, there's nothing to this, and they're a little bit of time is going to run off the clock for Cohen, which is not a good thing for them. On to 11. We're going to finish this match basically in under 2 hours of actual playing time when you factor in that we didn't start till about 5 after, and we took, an 8-minute break.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to finish this in under 2 hours. That's very good time.
Speedball.
Yep. All right. Do we have any opportunities for Cohen here?
The South is going to open a no trump or a spade. So there's a decision there. If they've been listening to your lectures, they're going to open a no trump.
Hey, somebody listens to me.
Barbara's there
certainly ain't
for
that
ya.
dog that's sleeping over there.
And what do you think about super accepts with ace, king, queen, and this max?
I like the max part. I actually don't like the ace, king, queen part. You want your aces and kings on the outside of the trump suit. You want your queens on the inside.
That's a good point. So this really isn't a max for
I would
hearts.
much rather have queen third of hearts, and an
Say king third of hearts and ace, king, queen, fifth of spades.
Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to come to 6 heart tricks. And a couple of diamonds and a couple of spades. We're going to lose a diamond and a spade and 2 clubs for plus 140. And frankly, on board 11, again, not the board that Cohen needed to be dealt at this point in the match.
No, there is no way to interfere, really.
And
I mean, maybe a club partial.
Fox closing in on a 4-0 run here in the inaugural tournament. They have certainly played well. Again, to review their wins, they started off with a win over this very Cohen squad back in match 2 of the tournament. They nipped them 47-38. We are going to see a similar amount of imps tonight. That score right now is 45-29. So 2, reasonably close, low-scoring matches. Fox continued with a 51-26 victory over Getz, and then 83-24 over Hinshaw in the final of the winners bracket. Hinshaw then dropped to the losers bracket, where they were also defeated by this Cohen squad that's now playing Fox in the championship, and looks like they're going to fall a little bit short here. Who knows? There could still be a miracle coming on 12, but long story short, Cohen has not gotten, after an initial surge in the third quarter, they've not gotten the swing boards that they need here in the fourth quarter to produce a deficit overcoming sequence of events. We are now, wait, get back there. Just played the spades from the top and knocked out the clubs to pick up an overtrick, but all of this is probably academic. Oh, and they're just going to let him get back to the spades anyway.
So now we're going to get 2 over tricks.
Yep. 3, 9, 10, 11 tricks. And this is where you start yelling at your partner about how you missed a game. That's a joke.
It's a joke.
That's a joke. Make sure that they don't do anything crazy here. Assuming this goes 2 hearts, pass, 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 Cohen will not have any opportunities to do any deficit cutting on this board. I mean, he's might consider balancing with a takeout double there.
Sure.
Okay, so that is not going to be what we need. Too late for these clubs now, homie.
Yeah, so what's the deficit now, 16?
Yeah, they're going to pick up a couple of imps here, 16. They had 34 at the half. This is nearing mathematical impossibility.
So you need kind of like a double game swing or something in order to even get close, right?
Yeah, in fact.
Let's take a look at the hands.
Let's see if we can find an imp chart here. What would they need for 18 imps? They would need a combined score of 1750. So like somebody going down 500 while the other team makes a slam, to give you an idea of what 18 imps looks like. So for all intents and purposes,
well done.
This match is over. And it's congratulations to the squad of Bill Rose, Barbara Butte, I would assume that name is pronounced, Jason Teeter, and Captain Brian Fox on taking this inaugural championship kind of all over but the crying here. I think that maybe Lori Skanga subbed on this team a couple of times also, or maybe once. Let's check the rosters here. One of these tabs had rosters on it. Okay, so here are the 46 people who played in this event. And yeah, Lori Skanga subbed at least once for the Brian Fox squad, so we'll congratulate her as well. And yeah, Brian Fox just like a hot knife through butter here. And they're going to take home the belt here in RBC Undisputed 0-500 Intercontinental Championship Series number 1.
So
oh, it looks like we had a 4-suit transfer. Is that true? What happened here?
They opened a no trump with the West hand with a singleton, which is okay. Maybe we got a singleton ace.
It's hard to tell if 2 no trump was he thought it was a transfer to diamonds, or he just felt guilty about the shape of his no trump opening and bid 3 diamonds from there. Honestly, I would have just jammed it into 3 now. Assuming that 2 no was invitational. Who knows? She definitely thought it was, unless she likes transferring her 2 or 2 card suits.
Right. Just because of state of the match, or what is it?
I just don't get count? Yeah, it's a 16 count. I don't get cute at teams.
Yeah. When I get an invitation at teams, I'm going with pretty much every 16 and 17. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah.
And even some of the 15s when I like them, like when I have a 5-card suit, and or I just like the hand.
That being said, there might be something to be said for the other way. Like, I hate to talk people out of bidding games because that's the number one mistake as judged by a severity of mistake times frequency of mistake basis that I've seen in this championship is people not wanting to bid games. But if you can trust your responding partner to know that you ought to be bidding a lot of games also, one consequence for his invitations is he might have just gone ahead and blasted game with some of the hands that would invite at pair scoring. So, maybe there's a logical argument the other way around that you would be tighter about accepting game invites on the theory that partner already bid anything that, he thought had a pretty good shot.
That's fair.
So Cohen's going to wrap up about down 3 here. So 150 the Fox squad at this table. At the other table, they are just starting off. Go to chat. And the other table's finished, right? And as soon as that status changes to not playing in a match, we'll congratulate Bill and Barbara. And then our ABC sponsor will go to commercial, and we'll look forward to our next broadcast, perhaps in the January finals.
So what are your plans for?
I don't know what that word means.
Don't know what plans means?
Right.
Well, you alluded to a future competition. So I think you've discussed with me that you're thinking about doing this again.
I am. I'd like to include flights A and B as well. Yeah, and maybe start again in January after the holidays. People are normally hungry to get back into some bridge in January.
And I think we will still be at home and online for some months to come, based on the state of the world. So yeah, we want things like this. I think everyone really had a great time here. I've heard people are really enjoying this. So it's exciting that you're thinking about doing it and expanding it to more players.
The only thing is, I'm not sure the Flight A players can handle this.
I was
from an
just
administrative standpoint, this is probably way too complicated for them to get their heads around.
Why do you think that is, that these players did so well with it, and you're pessimistic that the A players would be able to do it?
Have you seen A players?
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually in agreement. I just can't put my finger on why, or I'm too chicken to say it out loud. So I'm going to ask you to do it.
Well, used to that role in the family. Go tell Rain Man, he'll say it. So, what's a candy bar cost?
About $100.
Oh, could they actually make this? He set up the clubs. That's 6 tricks. King of Hearts is 7. He's got this made at this point.
Is that right?
So Fox is going to go out with a blast here. They're going to pick up about 12 imps on this last board, if I'm counting this right.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Was it always there and I just missed something at the other table?
Two, 3, 4, 7. It was always
always there.
Yeah, we just didn't. We got a little bit confused with the auction.
Yeah, so if West had just jammed it into 3-0, this would be a push board. As it is, Fox is going to make a match that was close for most of the second half look a little bit, perhaps like a laugher than this match actually was. Both teams played well.
They did. They really did. Solid plan.
So I think we're going to go ahead and sign off here. Again, congratulations to Brian Fox, Jason Teeter, Lori Skanga was a sub for this team, Bill Rose, Barbara Butte. They go 4-0 in winning the inaugural RBC 0 to 500 Intercontinental Double Elimination Team Championship. Thanks everyone to playing. We've really had some fun with this, and we'll look forward to everybody having a healthy and happy holiday season and getting back to more nonsense in the new year. So I'd like to thank my co-host Audrey here. Thanks for making a cameo with us tonight, and we'll get this video out to the people maybe tomorrow. And again, congratulations, FUCHS. You guys are the champions, and we will talk to everyone soon enough. Good night, everyone.
Congratulations.